45 is an embarrassment. I can't deal with his temperament. He is so arrogant. I have so much resentment. It just makes me want to scream. How do people think MAGA is the American dream? Let's start the stream.
Man, it is man.
I'm completely unhinged. My rights have been infringed. That man makes me so upset. He's a Nazi and a world threat. I'm completely unhinged. My life has been synced. All his interviews I've been. We need to impeach now. Impeach him now.
John, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
Get out! Help your customer!
Fuck off! Fuck off!
I'm completely unhinged.
What is up, everyone? We got the Panicans that are completely unhinged. They are crying about Donald J. Trump, just like the liberals. The intro song was very true to what's going on. And I gotta say, I'm fucking sick of it. I'm tired of these Panicans. They're all closet Democrats. And fuck them. And they've been around for a long time. So a lot to talk about tonight. Panicans need to be gatekept. They were never on our side. Now, the biggest one, Nick Fuentes. He is a fucking Democrat. He is a Democrat. Losers. Like, how is he not? All right, so let's go over his argument. So basically he says that he encouraged in 2024 for people to vote against Trump. And now he wants to vote Democrat in the primaries. He wants the Republicans to lose the House. He wants Trump to get impeached. He wants this administration stopped. Just like the SJWs. Just like all the fucking leftists online. That's what he wants. And he's saying that we're burning it all down. And from the ashes, something bigger and better and more America first is going to happen. All right, I can entertain an intellectual argument. I can entertain that concept. It's like, okay, you think it's so fucked up that if it burns all down, it can come back bigger and stronger than ever. I can entertain it, like thought experiment, but he's suggesting voting for the Democrats. I don't care how bad you think it might be. The Democrats are the exact opposite of America first. They are America last, you stupid motherfucker. So I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. So let's follow the Nick Fuentes retard Democrat closet homosexual mindset. Let's all vote Democrat in the primaries. Let's vote for Gavin Newsom 2028 or Stephen A. Smith or AOC because he's that big of a faggot. All right. They get in The Republicans are shamed. AOC does her shit, has a terrible term. 2032 comes along. So who is this magical America First conservative that's just gonna like fucking come to us like Jesus Christ and save everything, and America's gonna be great again, truly great again, and the Democrats are gonna be forever defeated, and we are just going to live in a blissful conservative nation once again. Who is this magical conservative that we should put all our faith in and vote Democrat and get the current administration out and anyone who's going to follow after him? Who is this magical conservative that Nick Fuentes thinks is going to take place in politics? Is he going to run himself? Is he going to run as a Democrat? Qatar Carlson? No, the truth is, this magical conservative that he's talking about for 2032 doesn't exist. It's not coming. There is no one in mind. There is no one. If this person was, if this person existed, they would be here right now for 2028 to challenge Vance. It's going to be hard to beat Vance because he's Trump's VP. But if this guy's out there now, if there is someone like that exists, he'd be challenging Vance for 2028. This person doesn't exist. So we got to put all our faith into Nick Fuentes. Let's vote all the Democrats in, get the Republicans out, clean house, and then get everyone all angry and upset because the Democrats are fucking up the country and like really have a true MAGA movement in 2032. Now, the magical conservative that Nick Fuentes is referring to, he actually does exist. And he started in 2015. His name is Donald J. Trump. He is the guy that fucking changed the game. Came in, rallied a bunch of conservatives, brought them on over, created a movement, the MAGA movement. He is the guy. We are currently in his second term. I think he won 3 terms, but he's serving his second term. This is the guy. Donald J. Trump, MAGA. He is the magical conservative that Nick Fuentes thinks is going to come in 2032. Trump is that person. Now, if you want to nitpick at Trump and say he didn't do this, he didn't do that, you know what? It's probably not ever going to get any better than what we got right now with Trump. That could just be the reality of it. And if that's the case, then I advise you to shut the fuck up. Guys, let's vote for the Democrats because Trump wants to fight an evil country. It's just fucking insanity. Why would you vote Democrat? These last 4 years with Biden were terrible. Now, we weren't online like crying every day like the fucking liberals are with Trump, but like it sucked. The world was changing and not for the better. People are insane. They don't know what gender they are. This country was a joke. And what pisses me off about these Panicans, so we had the 8 years under Obama, then we get Trump in there. Trump's doing really well, and then we have the pandemic, and they blame Trump for everything going to shit in 2020. So Biden gets in there, 4 years of horseshit, auto pen, leftist bullshit, and we get Trump back. Trump won the popular vote. And now, because the stock market's going down, because some attacks in Iran, it's like so quickly, like a year in, we're just like, well, maybe Biden, was a lot better. Reminiscing, like holding up a picture of Biden. Oh, Biden wasn't that bad. How little it takes for people to be wondering, like, oh, I kind of regret my vote. Maybe if we get a Democrat in 2028, things will be better. Fucking fake conservatives, fake MAGA. They could all fuck themselves. So if you consider yourself, so first of all, if you consider yourself a conservative, what are the benefits of the Nick Fuentes strategy of voting in a Democrat? So you don't like a couple things about Trump, like let's say you don't like the tariffs, you don't like how we're supposed to be America first, but it's Israel first. We're attacking Iran. No new wars. You think he's too mean with ICE, whatever the fuck it is. You don't like some of the things he's doing. So does that mean you automatically like everything that the Democrats are doing? So all of a sudden your like biggest political issues are no tariffs, no war in Iran, and illegal immigration is good? And like, are you forgetting about the gender dysphoria in this country, the rise in transgenders? Are you forgetting the fact that the Democrats hate this country? It's like, yeah, like America first. I'm not a fan of the war in Iran. I'm not. But you know what? I support the fucking team. I support the person I voted for. Whether things are going good or things are going bad. And above that, I'm not fucking supporting a Democrat. Because for what they stand for is everything I'm against. So even at the end of the day, if we need to grade Trump on his second term, it's like, well, he didn't do this right, he lied about this, or the Epstein files, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. If you want to give him an F, it is still miles better than what the Democrats would be. So I don't give a fuck. Give him an F. I would rather have a conservative in there than a Democrat any day. I never want to see a Democrat in there again. Like, you want to make a really intelligent case where it's like, on a scale 100, he gets an F about like 50, 55%. Okay, whatever. You know what Kamala Harris would have got? It would have been like under a 10% and possibly a 0. Like, that's how fucking bad it would be. So I'll take the 55% worst case scenario over the 0 to 10% any day. Fucking Panicans make me sick. And it's like, yeah, I don't think we should be getting involved in the Middle East. Not at all. But it's like, do I know all the facts? Is the government going to release all the facts? No. Does it mean that Israel completely controls this government? It's possible. But is that a fact? Can we prove it? And if they completely control the Republicans, are you saying if they weren't completely controlling Biden as well, they wouldn't be completely controlling Kamala Harris? So it's like if they're in control of Trump's administration, then they're obviously in control of the Democrats who ever get in. So it's like it's a non-issue. It sucks, but it is what it is. It goes back to South Park. Douche or a turd? Who you voting for? Well, I'm not voting for the turd. I'll tell you that. It's like you're not going to wake up and 100% of the time you're going to be happy with every fucking decision that's made. It's just not a reality. So quit fucking bitching, quit fucking panicking, and support the team, support the person you voted for. And any problems, instead of doing the stupid ass Nick Fuentes strategy, voting for a Democrat, any problems, let's try to build on top of and improve on the next term. And if that's not possible, if like this government is just fucked no matter who's in charge, then you know what? I'd rather still have the conservative anytime for the next 50 fucking years, because what they stand for is what I stand for, and what the other side stands for is literally Satanism and everything wrong with this country. So it's funny, like Nick Fuentes says he's like a Christian, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll vote for the Satanists. I'm America first. Oh yeah, but I'll vote for the people that hate this country. Go fucking cry about Trump not delivering on promises, or cry about you thinking he's not really MAGA. Go fuck yourself. He is the magical conservative that you think is coming in 2032. He's already here, and he got elected in 2016. And instead of tearing it down, we can only hope it improves. And if it never fucking improves, like the government is just fucked, then you know what? I'm still voting conservative, and I'm not going to fucking cry about it. Oh yeah, and it's not him, it's Alex Jones is in it too. It's like, what is he, a Democrat now? Like, what's going on? And then you got the Hodge twins, Candace Owens. You just got all these fakes. Fake MAGAs. Trump said he attacked Iran because the negotiations weren't going good and he wanted to strike them before they struck us. See, the thing is, like, we don't know all the details. They're not going to tell us every single fucking detail. And you don't have to agree with the war. You know, I wish we just, like, weren't involved over there, but it's like we were involved over there before he took office, and we're still involved over there. Very anti-Israel, America first, baby. I mean, fuck Israel, fuck Palestine, fuck Iran. But it's just you're not gonna be on board or agree with 100% of everything. And when one thing goes wrong or two things go wrong, you're gonna go fucking cry to the Democrats? Go back to auto pen Biden? There is no burning it down and coming back. We've already done that with MAGA. And if it's not up to your standards, like this is as good as it's going to get. Either we can build on this, or it's as good as it's going to get. And you're just going to have to live with that. Because I don't want to live with another Democratic president. Not at all. Never. Absolutely no benefit to that. We won't have a country if we have another 4 years of them. Yeah, Bryce, I don't think likes Trump anymore. Yeah, there's discussions, there's critiques, but like to like jump ship on the president, on conservatives, on MAGA, like I think is insane and just means you're a fucking Democrat. We got Gabriel Knight. For $5, the political R-siders are worse than the pop culture R-siders. Yeah, it's and then another thing is so we're like barely a year in to Trump's presidency. Like, don't you remember? Have you forgotten how bad it was with Biden and how worse it was going to get? Kamala 2024. You know how bad that was going to be? We would not have recovered from that. Like, it's very possible we wouldn't have recovered from that. And it's just like people are so ungrateful for him winning and saving us from that. Oh my God, we went to Iran. Oh, the tariffs. Oh, the stock market. No, he's mean. Fuck you. Listen, there's no burning it down. We've already done that. There's only trying to improve on it. That's what we should be hopeful for. Not hoping that we take a shit on everything, vote Democrats, vote for AOC, and then hope we're saved by a true MAGA politician. Now, let's stay in power. And maybe someone like that will come along. Maybe we'll get another we're never going to get another Trump. Maybe we'll get someone that is full on America first. I mean, I don't think that's Vance or Rubio, but like, we just got to stay in power. Trump has already changed the game. It just, like telling people you're voting Democrat to me, it just means you're a Democrat. So fuck Nick Fuentes. And I don't know what's going on with Alex Jones. Alex Jones has been right about a lot of stuff. I don't know what he's complaining about. He kind of sounds funny, talking about people being cloned. Maybe he's dead and maybe he got cloned. His voice is like really weird sounding. All of the R-siders voted for Obama. Their opinions don't matter. Yay, Obama. So it's like Nick Fuentes calls himself a Christian. Let's vote for the Democrats. Oh, I don't like the war in Iran. Blah, 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 blah. Israel, blah, blah. The Democrats love murdering babies. I mean, like, so you're going to vote for a party that likes to do that. You have no problem with everyone being transgender. I mean, probably not. I mean, he's a part of the LGBTQ. Like the funniest thing is, I'm America first. I'm more MAGA than Trump is. I'm going to vote Democrat. I'm going to vote for the people that really hate America. Like the Democrats hate America. They are flooding this country with illegal immigrants because they're going to allow them to vote in the federal elections. They're getting driver's licenses. How is that even possible? And that allows them to fucking vote. And then on top of that, they're having kids, and those kids are voting Democrat. They know this. That's why they're doing it. So you see Nick Fuentes. He has outed himself as a Democrat, and this isn't the first time. This has been well known if anyone's been following him. I'm sick of this Panican bullshit. Support the fucking team. And if you have some criticisms of this, it's like, well, I'm sorry to tell you, you might never be happy. But you'll be happier with the conservatives in charge, I can tell you that. Funny is that Trump said he forced Israel's hand in the attack on Iran. Not the other way around. Trump is a huge ego. I don't think he'd let anyone control him. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Israel. I mean, that's what Rubio said. Rubio said that Israel was going to do something. And so the U.S. is like, well, if you're going to do something, we're going to help. We're going to do it ourselves. Who the fuck knows? I wish we weren't involved in the Middle East, but like that doesn't mean I'm voting for AOC in 2028. Not even close. That doesn't mean I don't still wake up every morning and be like, oh, great, this is a great day. Trump is our president. And there's a lot of pissed off crybabies. And yeah, there's people that have died already in this Iran war, but it's the president makes decisions every day that some people die. It's just the reality of it. Not an easy job. It's never going to be perfect. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, yeah, Trump is in bed with Israel, and he let us into war with Iran, blah, blah, blah. What war would we be in now under Kamala Harris? I mean, we have the Ukraine war with Biden. I am 100% convinced, had Trump been elected in 2020, that Ukraine war doesn't happen. Not under his watch. I'm 100% convinced of that. So Kamala Harris is in charge. What war are we getting into with her? It just seems to be on both sides. We can't stop attacking people. And like I said earlier, maybe our government is just fucked. Maybe there's problems with both sides that is not ever going to be fixed in the foreseeable future. But you put all that aside, that and Israel possibly controlling us, put all that aside, I'm still voting red. I don't care what conspiracy theories you have. I don't care if you can prove that all these politicians are bought and paid for. Still voting conservative, Republican. Because at least I could wake up in the morning in a fucking normal country. Kamala gets in 2028. Gets reelected 2032, or Gavin Newsom. 8 years of them, we're going to get locked up. for talking like this online. Who knows how bad it could get? Oh, yeah. No chance. I couldn't imagine her being the commander in chief. I just couldn't imagine her doing it. Like Trump doing it, I trust that Trump knows what he's doing in that position. Like leading the military. So, I don't know. Fuck these Panicans. If he's controlled by Israel, then they're controlled by Israel. Then everyone's controlled by Israel. So, like, then it's a non-issue. Still voting Republican. And then, you have Fuentes talking about the Epstein files. Oh, Trump's covering up the Epstein files. All right. So, to my knowledge, the Epstein files have been released. I don't know if there's still some yet to be released. And there was Trump was hesitant to release them, and there was some circus-like shit involved with it for sure. But ultimately, they were released. Some names redacted. I don't know, does anyone know, is there more files to be released? Because a lot of it's fucking released. And I haven't taken the time to really go through them, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't. But, AI can go through them pretty quickly. So anything I have seen about Trump in there, so they try to say he's in the Epstein files, he didn't want to release them because he's in them, and now this war is a distraction from the Epstein files. All right, so what is in the Epstein files that incriminates Trump and proves that he's a pedophile? All it fucking is are unverified claims from complete retards. That's it. Oh, for sure. I would not doubt that at all. And these people are like, well, Trump is in them. Then why wouldn't Biden just release them? And he could just like hold on to the files that, that incriminate the Democrats. Just release the Trump files. That's exactly. See, there's already fake news and there, fake allegations, and you have these dumb motherfuckers on Twitter that are like, "Yep, here it is. He's a pedophile." Da, 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 da. That's what they do. That's what they obsess about. And it's like now, this to them, this is incriminating. Like it is proven what they've already thought. And you try to tell them it's like, oh, these are unverified claims. Or no, it's true. It's 100%. So I think that's why he didn't want to release them. I think ultimately it has been a net positive for him, but there's a lot of Democrats out there that like literally think he's a pedophile because of the Epstein files. I think it's after seeing everything in there, I think it's just proven that he was not with Epstein. But I can see, I think the way they handled it was terrible, but I can see why he was hesitant to release them. And people are acting like this Iran war is to like cover up the Epstein files. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, he would not have been able to run for 2024. He would have been ineligible to run. There's no way he would have been able to run. They would have made sure. Most incriminating in there is Clinton and Gates in pictures with victims. Gates had to admit that he was with Russian prostitutes. That's not enough to arrest them, especially when they could afford the best lawyers to get them off the hook. Oh, I mean, he sued a lot of people, but there's just random idiots on Twitter that are spreading it around, and this is like the left's new attack. It started out with sexist, racist, it's evolved to Nazi, which is just like laughable. And then now it's pedophile. Everyone's a pedophile to them. If I don't like you, you're a pedo. So I don't know how far, I don't know what's like the next step beyond that. Like murderer? Like I don't know, but I mean if there is a next step, the Democrats are going to find it, because once people become desensitized to that and the word loses meaning like all the other words have, they'll try to go on to something else. So yeah, like Israel, the war in Iran, Epstein files. You think all that just magically goes away with a Democrat in office? No, you're going to get all that and the transgender bullshit and all the illegals flooding the country. Going to get arrested for speaking out against the government. Look what they tried to do with COVID. They're insane. And a lot of it is projection. A lot of it is. They're obsessed, like obsessed with it. No, like Bill Gates, man. They're just not even people. That's how you got to consider them. Whatever they say about you, they're not even people. They don't make any sense. They live in an imaginary world where everyone they don't like is a Nazi or a pedophile. It's such weirdos, like making fun of Charlie Kirk for literally doing nothing. He's not a criminal or anything, just outspoken about his political views. And then they celebrate actual criminals, actual scum, like Alex Preddy. They have to Photoshop his stupid face to make him more handsome. What's her stupid name? Good? The dog abuser? The lesbo? These people are degenerates and they celebrate them. George Floyd. Laken Riley. Oh, forget about her. Irina Zarutska. Oh, forget about her. Doesn't fit our narrative. And I'm not saying that Alex Preddy deserved to die. I just think he's an idiot, and Darwin took over. And when you look at his life, it's like he was a nurse, wasn't working for the past year. Guy was a degenerate. Made some stupid decisions. He was insane. He's not, and it's like he attacked an ICE officer. He was armed. And all those cases, it's like, yeah, they should look at it, be like, oh, was any police brutality there? I mean, they all should look at it. There's body cams everywhere. But in the cases for those, I think it's justified. I think these people should win the Darwin Award. And you got people on the couch eating chips, scrolling through their phone, be like, yeah, it's not a big deal. They're not putting their lives in danger. You can get fucking shot on a routine traffic stop. You have no idea who you're pulling over or how unhinged they are. Yeah, man, shoot the tires. Should have just shot the tires. And like, no one talks about that dog that was in the back seat. Oh, Renee, good. She's such a good person. Well, yeah, putting a dog's putting a dog in danger. Epstein files are full of some of the darkest shit I've seen. People should take the time to look at them if you haven't. To say they're a nothing burger is dumb as fuck. Yeah, like I haven't taken the time to really go into it, but I probably should. Probably a lot of content that could be made from it. But as far as like incriminating Trump, if there was something in there, people would have found it already. It's just not in there. Oh, yeah. It's not a desk job. Not a routine 9 to 5 desk job. These people are fucking stupid. It is animal abuse. Dog endangerment. Fucking dogs have sensitive ears and brings the dog to a protest, honking the fucking horn. And it's like, what if she got arrested? Then the dog's just in the seat. Then, like, ICE has to take the dog. And dog doesn't know what's going on. It's just like no common sense, no empathy for the dog. And it's like no one talks about that. They just think she's like a saint. She thinks she's this great fucking person. Everyone's like, oh no, poor Renee. Well, I'm just like, what about the dog? That's true. This channel has so much potential. There's so much stuff. There's always gonna be political shit to talk about. But I say this all the time, I just don't have time to do like anything. To run the brand, I want to do it. I'm gonna have to be unemployed. That's the only way. I'm gonna have to be an unemployed L7 weenie and pray that that shit takes off in a year, and if it doesn't, then I'll be a pathetic loser.
I warn you not to underestimate my power.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We got to keep grinding. We got to keep chipping away. And when you think, what do you think of those kids that ditch classes in their schools to protest? Oh my God. To me, find out one of the most disturbing things I can see in the youth community were the parents. I think for that to be encouraged by the school, like they should be fired. And kids like ditching class to go protest. Like, I as a parent, to find out my kid is like that big of a pussy, I don't know if I should punish them or myself for being a terrible parent. But yeah, like fuck that. And you want to ditch class, watch some TV, you know, some reruns of Saved by the Bell, go ahead. But to go to a fucking protest, an anti-ICE protest, go illegals, go illegal immigrants, fuck illegal immigrants. Melvin, you can make a song about Bill Gates asking Epstein for being his plug for some medication needs for getting STDs. Is there like the songs I could make on this channel? Yeah, like there's a lot of unreleased tunes. I've shared with some people, but like there's a lot of unreleased tunes, not political related. So like songs can be generated rather quickly. Hell yeah. Fucking better than school. It's so fucking crazy. Like try going to Mexico and living there illegally. See what happens. Go to any other country, try to live there illegally and see what happens. We're the only country where like it just doesn't matter. There's a lot of songs. So we need songs on this channel. We need like a political shill playlist. Go after political shills, like a lot of Harry Sisson videos. Expose people. Like Nick Fuentes, kind of like compile stuff that there's a lot of stuff on Twitter of shit he said. Or you can, like, I could do my own research and find stuff. So, music, political shills, current news, like funny videos to like mock people, kind of like AOC. Rip on other influencers, other like like Democrats, like pussy YouTubers. Shill of the week. I think we just give that to Harry Sisson like every week. I think liberal shill is just like they're literally paid by the DNC. It's like probably worse. I mean, Star Wars, it's Star Wars, it's limited to that. But like a DNC shill, Democrat shill, like that's we're talking politics, the world, bigger. The big leagues. It's kind of like from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super. Bigger universe. There's just stuff to be made. Like, it could start out with just like stupid videos too. Just like stupid shit. That's what I did on the Star Wars channel. And they just kind of evolve. But, like the vision for this channel is, and the brand, that can't be realized unless I have like 70, 80 hours a week. That's the work schedule I would put in. At least for a while. They're eventually going to wrap it up. I mean, like, eventually. I mean, they're bringing the show back. They got a couple arcs. I think there's probably going to be like one more major arc, and then they're going to wrap it up, and then they're going to do the next show after that, whenever that is. Hopefully it just continues and like there's no break. Now, let's see if we can get some stuff on the Iran war. CNN.
Qatar saying an Iranian ballistic missile has struck Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. That is the largest military installation.
Oh no, anyone check on Tucker? Is Tucker okay?
For the United States in the entire Middle East. And it comes as a new CNN investigation is now looking specifically at the American targets hit so far by Iranian strikes, every single one of them. Tamara Klablawi is out front.
Satellite imagery showing the extent of the damage to U.S. military facilities across Gulf Arab countries is starting to emerge, part of Iran's furious response to an Israeli-American campaign that decimated its leadership. At least 9 U.S. military positions have been hit in less than 48 hours.
A lot of good Trump hotels, put one in Tehran, on the coast over here. Trump brand is expanding.
These are relatively close targets. They're much nearer to Iran than its usual target, Israel. That proximity may give Iran's missiles and drones a better chance of hitting their targets. This is the port of Shuaiba, where just after 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, an Iranian strike set a makeshift U.S. operations center at the civilian port ablaze. 6 American service members were killed in the attack. You can see smoke rising from the fire. The blown-out 3-wide trailer blackened on the inside. There are few signs of fortification. In another attack, a drone, this appears to be the Arash 2, crashes into U.S. positions in Camp Buring. A building severely damaged. American helicopters parked inside the base were nearly hit. In Bahrain, a Shahid attack drone flies into the base that hosts the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet, one of the largest American naval formations in the world. It looks alarmingly defenseless. The drone hits one satellite communication terminal, clearly seen here. But the scale of the damage is more obvious here, warehouses and other buildings damaged. And another satellite communication terminal destroyed in a separate attack. We see this pattern of targeting throughout the region. At least 5 satellite communication terminals were destroyed. It points to a possible Iranian effort to cut US bases off from the outside world. Iran used an unprecedented barrage of missiles and drones. US Patriot missiles and other multi-billion-dollar air defense systems shot most of these out of the sky. But the ones that got through were enough to puncture the veil of security around oil-rich Gulf Arab states and the heart of America's security infrastructure in the Middle East. Now, the question is just how long can Iran sustain these attacks? That
Not very long. They should be looking to negotiate.
depends on how big their stockpiles of missiles and drones are, which is currently unknown. And really, Aaron, it comes down to how quickly can the US and Israel achieve their stated objective of obliterating the missiles. Until that happens, Iran has made it clear that in the aftermath of the killing of Ayatollah Khamenei, it plans to sow as much chaos as possible to US interests in the Middle East and beyond.
At the very top of the program, I mentioned the strike on Al Udeid that we are understanding has just happened, and that was from we understand, a ballistic missile from Iran. What's the significance of that, given that you've been there so much, but that this is the single largest military base in the region?
Iran.
Well, the Qatari government has the obligation, in concert with the United States, agreements in place to protect the airspace. When I was there, and over the course of time, certainly there was a full integration of not only U.S. air defense capabilities and those that are possessed by the Qatarian government. In this case, over the course of time, maybe the U.S. presence there has decreased somewhat.
So we're talking about this weekend's U.S. military strike on Iran.
Yeah, so much depends on what happens next. I mean, right now, I think there's probably not a lot of popular support here in this country, purely because it's a bit shocking. Obviously, no one was brought in on this decision. I do think that having the supreme leader killed and not in Iran is a good thing. This is the largest state-sponsored terrorist nation that has
Oh, we got a Trump supporter on The View. Hot topics.
forever fueled China, Russia, as you pointed out, Elizabeth. And I think the protests that have been going on for months, the thousands of Iranians who have lost their lives, this is the largest protesting since 1979, which is a big deal. Now, I don't know if the handing over their country is as clean as it sounds. Oftentimes when you wipe out regimes, which we don't know for sure, Sunny, although 40 of the top leaders have been reported killed. So they've definitely decapitated the country right now. What happens next will really depend on how coordinated the people can be. Because remember, they've been suppressed for years. The Iranian people are amazing and they deserve to live outside of this leader and this regime. But they also have
So the videos I saw, the Iranian people were celebrating the attacks. You know, it's just like Venezuela. So you say whatever you want about the war and what we're doing, like, you know, the people were celebrating.
have had media blackouts. Any dissidents, they can be killed. They'll just be killed. How well they speak to each other when they have facial recognition they've been using to identify protesters and then further eliminate them. So I just don't think we know yet how long this looks or what it looks like. But there are some benefits to this country if indeed it could go smoothly. It just remains a cautious optimism.
Well, I just think we all have to remember that because we don't know what's coming next. We don't know how safe women are going to be. We don't know. We don't know. The key here is we don't know. Because it would be great if it happened and it happened the way we want it to happen and people found that freedom. But I'm not optimistic because, you know, when you throw in religion and you throw in male dominance and sometimes when you know, all kinds of stuff, you have to surf a lot of this. And if you don't know what's going on, all we can do is talk about what we see. But I am cautiously watching to see who is going to end up becoming the leader. And it is not somebody I think we need to appoint. This is up to the Iranian people to make that decision.
Iranian.
We can't just drop somebody in because then we're back with the shot.
Without a doubt. And I think, Whoopi, you emphasized the point that even the president himself has said, and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has said that this is now the time for the Iranian people to stand and do what they need to do. And when you look at what women looked like and were treated like, we have a before and after, before this regime and after. This is before, and here's after.
No, you're just Islamophobe. That's what it comes down to. Fucking cunt.
Right now, these women have hope. 47 million women have hope. Women.
This is crazy. They're just like, yeah, like every show is like Trump, 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 Trump. And now they're just like, oh, Trump is liberating women. Yay, Trump. And maybe they'll have him back on the show.
People who are gay are not being thrown off buildings. Women will not be mutilated and murdered. And I think there's such hope. And
What a progressive president, everyone. Like, this is why we're doing it. Like, forget about MAGA, forget about, everything else. This is for the LGBTQ, the attacks on Iran. And The View is loving it.
takes strength to find peace, and America should be first at that always.
But here's the thing, though. I remember, and I hope you're right. I hope for the sake of the Iranian people and for the sake of the world, for America's sake, I hope you're right. But I remember 1989 when the Ayatollah Khomeini died, and we thought this is over and this is going to be great, and a worse guy came up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing George W. Bush on a U.S. aircraft carrier with a big banner behind him that said "Mission Accomplished," and the mission had not been accomplished. I remember going into war with information.
The majority of Americans do not support the U.S.
No more View. That was a little weird. I didn't expect that.
All right, we are back, and you can see that President Trump is now seated at this roundtable that's covering artificial intelligence, AI, and affordable energy around all of this. A lot of big tech executives there. The president has said they are going to pay for the expansion, but he's talking about Iran right now. Let's listen in.
And if we didn't terminate the worst deal, one of the worst deals ever made, the Obama nuclear deal, I call it the Obama nuclear deal, where he gave everything to Iran, including a nuclear weapon. It was a road to a nuclear weapon. Bad things would have happened 4 years ago because they would have had a weapon 4 years ago if I didn't terminate that deal. So we're in a very strong position now, and their leadership is just rapidly going. Everybody that seems to want to be a leader, they end up dead. And it's an amazing thing that's taking place before your eyes, because for 47 years, we were pushed around, and we shouldn't have been. And I think I can say, and you see it as well as I do, you see the tremendous progress that's being made. Their missiles are being wiped out rapidly. Their launchers are being wiped out. They're attacking their neighbors. They're attacking their, in some cases, allies, or not so long ago. Within 2 weeks, they would have had a nuclear weapon. If we didn't do the B-2 attack a number of months ago, they would have a nuclear weapon.
All right, so maybe I'm retarded, but isn't Iran allies with China, Russia, North Korea? So why couldn't they buy a nuclear weapon from one of them? And maybe I'm naive about this, but why wouldn't one of them just be like, oh, here's a nuclear weapon? It's like, do they not trust Iran? Do they not want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? I'm sure Iran would pay for it. International treaties on nuclear weapons. Like it's in there, you can't like physically give them one. But I mean, what it say they do? Like, what is the U.S. going to do about it? We can just like start attacking them, or attacking North Korea? I don't know. Am I on to something, or am I just don't know what I'm talking about?
And then, when crazy people have nuclear weapons, bad things happen. But with some rebuilt and women, we rebuilt our military during the first term, and we're using it a little bit more than I thought we would have to. Venezuela worked out really great. We have a wonderful relationship with the president and the various representatives, and we're taking out hundreds of millions of barrels of oil, and that goes to our benefit and to Venezuela's benefit.
Yeah, it's weird that they're not they're not like doing anything, or yeah. I don't know, with Russia, I mean, they have nuclear weapons, but like their military haven't been able to take care of Ukraine. It's like, what threat are they other than the nukes? If the USSR fell, their nuclear stockpile in different countries had to be moved to Russia under UN supervision. Yeah, there's too many nukes in the world, man.
They'll be doing better than they've ever done before, and we will get a big piece of that, and we'll also.
So, like, you know, Russia hasn't used them, China hasn't used them, North Korea hasn't used them, Iran, they probably would use them. Like, I mean, what does that say for Islam?
Attack drones. Space Force satellites are detecting Iranian missile launches, then within seconds, blasting out the launch pads. The Pentagon's even using AI to develop targets. We're even bringing back good old faithful torpedoes.
Yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there, an American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II.
U.S. Central Command has confirmed that over 20 Iranian ships have been sunk. The average Republican now owns more boats than the Iranian Navy. And we just smoked their crown jewel.
Last night, we sunk their prize ship, the Soleimani. Looks like POTUS got him twice.
We've knocked out their Navy, Air Force. Nothing safe, above or below ground. A new nuclear bunker they were building just got obliterated. Anything can happen, but this war is off to the best start in American military history.
We're doing very well on the war front, to put it mildly, I would say. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15. The missiles are being wiped out rapidly. Their launchers are being wiped out. And, you know, it's really a nation that was out of control, and they would have used it on us if we let them, if we waited any longer.
The regime leadership is either dead, missing, or cowering in bunkers. For us, it doesn't matter who rules. They just have to play by the rules. More on that later. They've been warned. The IDF says their next radical supreme leader will be a target for elimination, quote unquote. Every mullah is on borrowed time. We know who they are and where they are.
Also, yesterday, the leader of the
I wonder what Harry Sisson thinks about the Iran war. The U.S. will lose Iran war? Yeah, okay. Yeah, where's NATO with this? How come NATO's not helping? I guess they just like to cash the paychecks. Just like to take the money, yo. I just wonder if they were in control right now, what war would we be in? And the thing about this is, unfortunately, there's people that have died, but like, this might not be a very long war. This might be over very quickly. And we don't know. All of a sudden, it's all about Iran. Nothing with ICE anymore. We need to be using this time to be deporting illegals. All right. America.
Jobs in the United States. From China.
I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's right. Nick Fuentes would vote for AOC. Because he's a Democrat. All right, guys. We got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here? Latinx dude for Harris. All right, all right. I like hearing that. Get the fuck out of this country if you're not here legally. Yeah, I didn't like how they like withdrew from Minnesota, but that could have been for show. We're haven't heard any ICE updates since then.
Because you'd be in jail.
I want to see more people in jail, more politicians in jail. No, I did not. She say like they cheated or something? Fucking clown. It's only cheating when they lose. All right, guys. I want to get into tonight was more unscripted. Want to get more into scripted shit with this show. Still a lot of work to do with this channel. But we're gonna be here. Try to be here every week. Talking about shit. By the 2028 election, so the goal, I want to have an election show 2028, which probably will consist of like watching a lot of various shit and just hanging out. Probably have some beer. But by then, hopefully we are relevant in the space. You know, it doesn't mean necessarily big shot, but relevant. We got some time. So we will be here next week, Wednesday. We'll be streaming on the Star Wars channel on Friday. And this war with Iran, hopefully it's over as soon as possible. I don't support anything in the Middle East. Fuck the Middle East. America first. But, if we're over there, we're over there. It is what it is. I support the president. I support the team. I support the party. I support the country. And I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to cry about it. That would be a Panican. That would be a Democrat. The left bitches about Trump so much, and then we have to hear it from the Republicans. The Panicans. I don't want to hear it. All this fucking bitching. And he saved us from a Kamala term. Following Biden would have destroyed the country, and people are so ungrateful. Oh yeah, there'll definitely be some light beer. We'll have to. I don't know if that would be the best idea. Maybe because we're gonna have to be up late. I'm more of a coffee drinker now as I've gotten older. Just alcohol is cool for like the first 2-3 drinks, and then you get like tired from it because it's a depressant. So coffee, it's caffeine. Some good shit, man. Some good fucking shit. Alright, I'm out of here. We gotta get some videos in this fucking channel. Maybe I'll clip the shit I was doing. I was talking earlier in the stream. Maybe make a video out of that. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for being here. I'm out.